This episode has been brought to you from the DGMS Studios, home of Don't Get Me Started, Lethal and Mully Live, and Surftown. Found at Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, and wherever you listen to your podcast. Welcome to Keith and Lee's Don't Get Me Started. Hi, I'm Lee.
And I'm Keith.
Keith, another day, another podcast in the studio. How are you, mate?
I'm very well, thanks. And you must be well because you're looking very sparky.
Sparky?
Yes, you look very, very on top of things.
Oh, mate, that's very nice of you.
Well, I can only declare what I see.
And all, and you'll probably know what's coming next for me.
Why are you laughing? Do you think I need glasses?
You're wearing pink again.
It's not pink.
I don't know what infatuation you've got with pink.
It's muted orange.
I need glasses.
Yeah, you do. You're the one who's fixated on pink because you're always mentioning it. All I have to do is, look, I've got a red T-shirt. Is that pink?
No, that's red. That's not even red.
Sure?
That's raspberry.
No, it's not. It's red.
You call me.
I'll swap your glasses. I don't think yours are working.
You made me laugh last night. You called me a backward badger.
Well, you are.
Which I've never heard of that phrase before, which made me laugh. But I don't know what it is, Mully. Maybe it's my eyesight, which I don't think it is, because I've got a granddaughter who wears a lot of pink.
Yes, it is.
And so
eyesight.
I highlight the pink. And if I had to be softer, I would go, it's mauvey. Anyway,
indeed, here we are. It's a beautiful day and there's so much
it's a cracker of a day.
There's so much going on in the world, I read today that the Russians are claiming that they've got a drug that's successful in battling against melanomas. Now, you hear things you don't know. But, what I'm saying is it's a wonderful day and there's some good things happening. You want to talk about a potential pink shirt?
Well, it's not a shirt. It's a hoodie. It makes you look no, I won't say it.
Don't say it.
I remember a long time back, you coming around to me many, many moons ago, and then you had these, all I could think is Joseph Technicolor pants on. And I thought, no, Mardi Gras finished last week, Mully.
Must have been a long
It was a long time ago, yeah.
It must have been.
I must have been here maybe not even a year at that time.
Almost 32 years ago.
Yeah, but it goes well with your complexion because you've got a lovely pink skin.
God, you're a character. Now, I thought I'd like to have an introduction today with a joke, but I didn't come up with one. But I came across a very interesting historical fact recently. This will tickle your fancy, I think. You know who Mussolini was, don't you? Did you know he was a primary school teacher?
Really? That's interesting.
It is, isn't it? He turned out to be this fascist monster that supported Hitler and his dreams of a fascist empire, which led to World War II. Mussolini was a great supporter of Hitler in all of this. And, he had the same sort of thinking. Now, implementing fascist empire over Europe necessitated the slaughter of millions of people. And that was a school teacher, a primary school teacher. Can you imagine that guy teaching you your ABCs or how to do your basic maths? And, we'll just take this ethnic group here. That's there's 4. If we eliminate 2, how many have we got left?
Well, Hitler was a house painter.
God,
or was he a painter?
No, I think he did. I'm not sure. We'll look into that. I think he did, paintings that you framed and put up on the wall.
Right.
But fascists are crazy. They're a weird breed. Currently now in August yet or late July?
We're in August tomorrow,
right.
31st of July today.
The last day of July in 2026, and that fascist over there in England, Nigel Farage, is going up in a by-election soon against a guy called Count Binface.
No, it's so funny. But Count Binface has been around a bit. He keeps putting himself up in by-elections.
Putting himself forward as a candidate. But they think he has a chance on this one.
Well, it's only 2, because all the other major parties thought, well, we know what you're up to, Nigel. No, mates, we're not going to be part of it. And then Count Binface said, I'm up for it.
Good on him.
I wonder if because he's dressed up, he's got a cape on, he's got a bin on his head. I wonder if he gets in, he would have to not turn up with a bin on his head. I've seen him without it. It just actually reminds me a little bit of Zelensky.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's a short, black-haired type dude. Anyway, we'll see. Won't be long now.
Oh, well, I'll see what happens. So fascism sort of fosters weird energy all around it, doesn't it? I can't think of anything good that's ever come out of fascism.
No, Spain, there was a war at the end.
Yeah,
over
that was Franco. And, the Republicans fought hard to keep that whole thing alive, to make it a good socialist republic. And Franco came in and he just slaughtered them.
Did.
And this is what these guys do. One of the basic things underneath fascism is a hatred of the other, and they will do anything to eliminate them. Anyway, we're not here to talk politics, are we?
I just want to say to a few of our listeners that we, changing tack, and we've been talking about this, it's now finally come into fruition. Keith is home from his travels. He is now packing up, waiting to sell his unit to move down to Port Macquarie to open up a sister studio. What's happening there, Mully? How are you going?
Well, it's very early days and I'm just taking it one step at a time. I've semi-packed up my flat and it will be very, very shortly, it'll be available on the market.
So if you're interested, take a look.
Yep.
Buy it and Keith's off. We still do our Don't Get Me Started with Keith and Lee. That won't stop. Keith's going to open up, as I just mentioned, a sister studio down in Port Macquarie. He'll be doing exactly the same thing. I'll probably be talking to him more than I would normally if he was here. We're excited about that. Keith's excited about that. The other thing is we're doing a push on our DGMS media/studio to encourage people to start their own podcast. There's been a big trend at the moment that is pushing towards that. Also, another trend that Keith and I have noticed is the radio, where a lot of people are starting to come back to the radio, which is exciting for me because, again, all the old listeners that are listening, they're going, oh, don't say that again, Lee. One step closer, not far now, that's going to be up and running. If you would like to contact us, if you get on to Buzzsprout or if you get onto any other platform that you listen to us, you'll see a little sign at the top left-hand corner called Fan Mail. Now, I checked it out a few days ago with Keith. It's not only a fan mail, it's also a voicemail. So we tried it out, left a voicemail, works perfectly. I'd like to encourage each and every one of you to have a look. Please, it's a minute long. I'm sure you probably won't last a minute, but some of you might. Send us a message. We'd love to know what you think of our podcast, the way that it's been run. Keith and I have been trying to change it and tweak it and change the name because every time we come into the studio, all we have is a topic. I do a little bit of research because I like to bring in a third party, whether Keith and I agree on that. It's a good thing to have. But most of it is just what Keith and I think about it, how we spark off with one another. So we would love to hear from anybody out there about your feelings on the matter. And even if you'd like to come on the show, it's another opportunity for you guys to join in, and we're all for that.
I'd love somebody to ring in or contact us and say, I'd love to be on the show. The only thing that worries me about that is that we may actually get somebody on the show who knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a little bit intimidating. I saw a podcast a couple of years ago, an American guy, his name's Eric Weinstein, and he's an academic. Yeah. And there was two guys, what was the name of the podcast? Luminosity, I think it was. Anyway, those guys were right out of their depth. This guy was towering academic intellect. I couldn't understand half the things he was talking about. I knew his subject, the subject matter. It's not, we're going to talk about quantum computers. I basically know what they are, but the way he talked about it and what's going on in that world and the phrases and the illustrations that he used to make his points, I didn't have a clue.
Well, fortunately enough, we're not in that realm. So we're sitting here in the studio, you and I, on a Friday afternoon, end of the week, just having a chat.
But we're just two blokes in the studio at our digital pub.
I love that, digital pub.
We're just talking about whatever we want to talk about, right? So imagine if somebody said, hey, I heard you guys last week talking about men's loneliness. I just happen to be a clinical psychologist. Can I come on and talk about it? And we'd say, oh, yeah, and then we get that person in there and they're a sparkling, sharp mind and they really know what they're talking about. It's like, oh, okay.
I'm a little bit skeptical on that too, because once we get the radio station going, I have known, and you know him very well too, a local GP here. I've asked him to do some talks, and I was going to call it Chats with Chandy, but I'm not going to talk to him about cholesterol or blood pressure. I want him to talk about like what you were just saying about the Russians have invented something to counteract melanomas. There's other things where I think the Germans or the Japanese, I'm not sure, have formulated a new gel that you can put into your knee to act as a cartilage. Also hearing. little nanobots goes in, and it's been a very successful and eyesight. So I'd like to hear his comments on that, or what he thinks of that being a GP, because that would open up a whole new dynamic for him, because he must bear a heavy weight every day with all these different faces coming in that are sick, that want his help, and they want to know why. How can I get through this? Oh, look, I don't want to have your lowest dose. I want the highest dose. And I've seen him over the years, and he's gone from a real up there at it to now I think he's retiring. I think he's had enough.
Well, that's interesting that you should say that, because you often hear that the people in their profession who are the most depressed and have the highest suicide rates are dentists, which I find strange.
Dentists?
Yeah, why would that be? Is it boring, or is it all the terrible mouth odours that they've got to breathe in as they're looking into people's decaying teeth? Whereas a doctor, they'd see all sorts of horrible things, wouldn't they?
Or a psychologist hearing about it.
Yeah. Imagine you're a doctor and you're in a little rural community and there's an accident on the farm and the father and the mother come in with a 3.5-year-old kid who's just had their arm chewed up by it. It's got to be heartbreaking.
And so to deal with that, with cancer, finding out you've got to tell somebody only X amount of time to live. You've got cancer, I'm so sorry. It must be tough. But anyway, so getting back to conversation again, as we zip off regularly, please send us a voicemail. We would love to hear from you.
I'm laughing at podcasters are often so serious, aren't they? They're talking about the state of the world or what's going on, or they're having insightful conversations about culture, art, books, music and movies, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes we just prattle on about the whatever. I wonder if there's other podcasters who do that.
I listen to a few that obviously interest me. Hopefully our style interests a few people. But yes, I agree with you. They take it too seriously. And the fun ones that I've found, that it's false. They're putting it on, the laughs. It's too hyped up. And I want to hear what you're going to say, but you're 4 sentences in front of me. But I don't know, Molly. I don't know the style of a podcaster, because soon we go from podcasting to broadcasting. So we'll be broadcasters, which is a different role again.
Well, we'll have to step up, won't we?
Why are we doing this anyway? We have to keep on reminding ourselves.
Well, no, it's like that girl I heard one day, I was watching one day, and she said, I just love talking into a microphone.
Yes, I heard that.
And
too.
I thought, I think I do too.
You sued it. That's the whole thing. Remember me telling you a few days ago when I was hearing you talk about, our last podcast was, What is Your True North? Have a listen. Keith just got back and I tried to simulate him coming back of where Australia was his true north. But before that, he did a little resume of where he'd been. He's got one of those voices.
That's right. That you just go.
So I'm excited for you when you go down to Port Macquarie, because I said to you today, I get in the studio every day. You don't get here every day. So when you do set up the sister studio down in Port Macquarie, which I'm excited about, you're going to go in there every day. And you love the mic. I'm thinking, what's coming?
Well, yeah, thank you for the nice things you said there. I'd like to think that one of the reasons why I come in here is so I can talk into the microphone and enjoy the little repartee of the talk that we have between you and I. But I don't know, sometimes I come in here and you insult me about my fashion choices.
Just stop wearing pink.
It's not pink.
It's easy.
It's not pink.
Don't wear pink. What do you think about not having headphones on?
I reckon most people should go through life like that.
Yeah.
Without headphones. Oh, you mean us in the studio here
Yes.
is recording this? Yeah, no, it's great.
I'm
It's
not
all right.
minding it, actually.
Yeah.
Remember me sending you the new earphones? It's all the top 2027 earphones for podcasters next.
You look at more podcasters than what I do on YouTube. Do most of them use headphones or
No,
without?
Without.
They're all without?
There's a few, and I can understand because it shuts out everything else, but it's quiet here anyway.
Yeah, have you ever listened to Joe Rogan, the big daddy of podcasters?
Very rarely, if at all.
Yeah, I've never listened to him either. Every once in a while, my phone throws up some Tucker Carlson little clips. He doesn't use them either. But, those guys are cashed up. They've got all the latest equipment that they don't need.
But they're video as well.
Yeah.
See, we're not video, but we will be soon. So there's no need to wear headphones. I think he does, though, Joe Rogan. I think he does wear headphones, though. I don't know. I'm guessing.
The last couple of little clips from Tucker Carlson's got a guy on there called Sean Ryder. I don't know who he is, but he looks real manly sort of bloke, He looks like he could have come in from cutting down half a forest in one day.
He's a lumberjack.
He looks like that, He's got this real masculine look about him, and he swears his head off. F this, like that, and Tucker's go, woo, woo, woo. But he's really, really insightful, some of the things that he says. I quite enjoy him when he guests on Tucker's show. But Lee, we actually always have a topic to talk about. Are we going to get around to it today?
Yeah, we are. And this one has come from you. The last one was me, so I think you should introduce it.
Well, yeah, I've been wondering about this, and the topic we'd like to talk about today is, and this is said quite a lot in Australia. I don't know if it's said a lot in other Western countries or any other countries. And the topic is, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Is that true?
No.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. I think it's not something, maybe along the similar lines of every cloud's got a silver lining. It's a perspective on it. The grass is always greener on the other side. But the quote came from, as you probably know, Friedrich Nietzsche. The actual line is that what does not kill us makes us stronger.
Yeah, well, see, I have to fundamentally disagree with it. Now, it's one of those questions or statements that could go either way.
Yes.
There's no definite yes or no answer in this. Although fundamentally or overall, I'd say I'd have to disagree with it, because some of the things that have knocked me around that haven't so much killed me per se, but they've killed something within me.
I agree.
They've killed something of my spirit, something of my aspiration, and also a couple of things have been such severe losses that one in particular I never got over. It diminishes in terms of the pain of the scar tissue within. I always carry it. And I don't think I'm any stronger because I do. I think it takes away, some of those things take something away from you. And if it's like hope or an aspiration, then how are you going to get that back? If it was a hope and an aspiration for a particular thing. So in that sense, it has killed you. It hasn't made you stronger, it's killed you. So that's how I view it. Now, that might be a negative perspective or a way to come at it, but I can't help but think that.
I'm in total agreement with you. I think something does die inside. It's, for a lot of people, and myself included, it could be severe trauma, extreme stress, weakens you. Whether it makes you stronger or not, I'm not sure. I think it prepares you better, but we've all lost something. We lost our parents, brothers, sisters, and some have even lost their own children. It leaves a massive scar. It's a cut so deep, it becomes traumatic. I had a granddaughter that nearly died, and it affected me deeply. And I still to this day haven't got through it, even though she's fine. She's a beautiful soul. I love her deeply. But the thoughts that I went through were so debilitating to that fact. I've also spoken to people when they say, if that happened to me, I don't want to be here. I want to go. And then I say, because I have gone through that process, which is never easy, but then if you go, I say to them, who's going to celebrate them? Because that's what came to me. Maybe stronger, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, I think is because you can celebrate them, which makes you stronger through them. But it's a scar so deep, as you know, it never heals.
No, it doesn't. But see, the other side of this saying, it does make you stronger in some areas because you learn. You think, I'm not going to make that decision. I'm not going to do that action again. I'm not going to act in that way again. You do learn from it. So I can see that there is a truth in it, but overall, I don't agree with it. But then again, Lee, see, it's life, isn't it? How many people get through life with a loss, with a tragedy or a trauma or something that a great debilitating event hits them or something sets them back? Everybody gets it. There's very, very few people. But see, that's the thing. That's what's wrong with living in a bloody consumer society. We almost feel compelled to put forward this image that we're successful. Now, we like to have nice cars, nice homes and nice things on display. And what we have in Australia, this drives me effing crazy. You know, you go around to somebody's place and it's the first time you've ever visited them and they say, come and I'll show you through the house.
Go, no.
Dude, I don't want to go through your house. Okay, I've pulled up and it looks like a McMansion. I'm impressed. Okay, well done. Good for you. I'm happy. But I don't want to see your second bathroom in your ensuite. I don't even want to see your main bedroom. I don't want to see your stairs up. We all the time have to put our best image forward. But is that the real us? You know, what are we behind that image, that facade? You know, what are we like behind the fact that I can show somebody my great big house? Are you totally fulfilled as a person as you live in your great big house?
Well, we've spoken about this before in previous podcasts. And I think with the it doesn't kill you, makes you stronger is more for the ego to have missed something or something that was coming your way and you sidestepped it and you go, I dodged a bullet there. That didn't kill me. I'm stronger for it. So you can use it to that extent. But where a lot of people do it and a lot of people have it and which they don't realise is a shock to their system through it. For whatever happens, the loss of a family member, a loss of finances, a shock that comes out of nowhere that you have to manage it. And then you've got to think about your mental health through that.
Yes, you do.
As well, to get you through. And I can only sit here and talk about it because I've been through it. Does it make me stronger? No, it makes me more aware of my surroundings. And again, we were talking yesterday about this. I'm more aware now of this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to happen again. Or I become numb to it. Or the other saying, ignorance is bliss. We could have talked about that, couldn't we? Is ignorance bliss?
In some cases, absolutely is. But let's go back to your mental health thing. You know, we're hearing a lot about depression these days, more than I think we have in the past, particularly in Western societies, although I'm sure if you lived in Gaza, you'd be depressed. And also in the Sudan, what a horrible situation those people are in. But in our Western society, we're hearing about mental health and depression all the time. So you could take this saying, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger, as a positive affirmation, as you said, to get you through the shit that's happened to you or the negative thing that's come imploding or exploding onto your life. You know, okay, this hasn't killed me. It might have hurt, it might have set me back, but I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep going ahead with what I want to do. So you can really arm yourself with this, you know, as a positive affirmation to push through. And that'll help push back possible depression or any negative mental health problems that you could have.
Well, you've been hit with a few traumas, a few upsets, same as I have. Does it make you stronger? No. I think it wounds us to a point where it doesn't improve us at all.
No, well, that's an interesting thing, isn't it? It may strengthen our resolve, but it doesn't improve us, particularly because if it's a loss, the loss might have been one that would have improved you. And that's why it could be such a traumatic or sorrowful event, because damn, I missed it. If I'd have taken that or if I'd decided to do that, my life would have elevated up to a different quality. And so that's a really big thing in this whole deal, isn't it? So you can live with the regret, the sorrow of that. And it's always there.
Always there.
Always there.
But other people are different. Now, I've got a little study here, which it says here, studies have shown that some trauma survivors, some report positive changes and enhanced personal development called post-traumatic growth. So there's a terminology for it, post-traumatic growth.
Oh, I like that. I've never heard it. I've had a little bit of personal experience with trauma survivors in my family, and I've got to say, you know, like I haven't suffered real trauma, but I've got to say with the ones that I was personally involved in or supporting, I wasn't impressed with their recovery at all. Some of them just wanted to keep going over and over and over and talking about the fact that they had suffered a trauma. Very few of them would go into the details and face it, but they would talk about the fact that they have, and they seem to be stuck on that and wouldn't move forward, which in the end I said, I'm sorry guys, I can't hang around with you guys anymore. Just can't do it, because I just saw them going around in a circle. I don't think they were grabbing anything to make themselves stronger at all.
Well, I've known people and heard of stories that have a traumatic problem, stress, whatever it is that hits them, and then they're a little bit down, and then people get around them, and then all of a sudden they're happier, and everybody thinks it's okay, thinks fine, but then they take their own lives.
Yeah.
So we think just because that person now is happy and they're okay, they're through it. They're never through it.
Yeah.
You never, ever get through it. You carry it all the time. There's a few little things here which I've written down, which I would like to enhance who I am. And the first one is resilience.
I like that.
To have that. You need that. Whether you're a person that wants somebody there, you want to talk to somebody, you feel better to offload. There were these people with one particular person that was there for them, but not for her, for their gain on it. I won't go into the whole story. And then they'd had enough of being there for this person because they weren't getting any gain from it. And saying, oh, look, they need to, grow up really, and they need to get over it. And then within a day and a half, they had taken their own life. And how would those other people have felt? They would have felt nothing. And the resilience of it has to be there to get you through that for you.
Yep.
You can't take it from others at all. And I think to also live trial by fire as well. Temper you better. Make it a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
Like they do with the swords, they put them into the fire and they temper them to make them stronger so they don't break. So there's another issue there. It's easy for me to say that, but it's not as if I haven't been through traumas and dramas, because I have. It's not as if I've been shielded from other people's traumas and dramas, because I haven't. And I feel for a lot of people too much. Like I said to you, I get myself in predicaments where I shouldn't have because I felt sorry. I don't know whether it's a good thing or bad.
Trauma is a terrible thing. The experience that I've had by working with those that have been through it is that it just screws them up. It really, really does. It's probably one of the worst things that can happen for a human being outside of death or some sort of terrible physical debilitation. Getting your psyche, your inner spirit, if you like, destroyed by some horrible violation is probably one of the worst things I think can happen to somebody. It just changes them and it just stays with them forever and ever. Some of the trauma is associated with the worst violations that you could possibly imagine, and some of it's accompanied by absolute terror. I've never experienced anything like that. But having seen these people that have and seen what it's done to them and how it's really hard for them to move on from there, it's really, really scary. But anyway, I thought you were just saying a few things about it does make you a little bit stronger. So that goes back to the fact that what we said at the beginning, there's not a yes or a no answer to this. For some people would say, yes, it's very definitely made me a lot stronger because I've been able to face my demons. I've been able to stare them down and get over the top of them. And I've built a new me, a better me. And I know somebody who's doing that actually. And I can say, and I can attest to the fact that that person is succeeding. They're becoming a better person. And one of the things that they're doing is being extremely honest with themselves and saying, this is a problem. This problem came from there. This is what I am. And I'm working on overcoming them. And it's very encouraging to see. So in that sense, yes, what doesn't kill you doesn't make you stronger because this person is becoming stronger and better all the time. But by and large, as a blanket statement, no, can't agree with it.
Well, I think adversity is a great teacher too. Learning important life lessons from bad situations. You've got to take something from it. You can't just let it happen and let it pass and not do anything with it. Mm-hmm. So that's the whole purpose of moving forward.
But do we do that?
Some people do, some people don't.
I don't. Some of the biggest mistakes in my life I've made twice. I have. I thought, oh, damn, I've done it again.
Yeah.
So not sure I learned or moved forward at all.
No, but not everybody will be doing that. There are people that are the same, but not completely the same. Some follow a different path than others. You and I are completely different, how we handle different situations. You're very different to me on some, which I admire, and I'm very different from you, which you admire. It's a bad situation. If you can't take something from it and use it, then you're not really assessing the situation, dealing with the situation and moving forward from that situation. Then it becomes in your wing mirror gone. You see it getting smaller and smaller and smaller. But up ahead, there may be another one. But then you'll see that or hope to see that. I do. I try to minimize dramas in my life with certain people, situations, work, environment, my home environment, relationships, my children, my grandchildren, because we are who we are.
But that's a micro example of the topic that we're discussing, isn't it? It's not life's little troubles, life's little obstacles. They're not killing you. They may be pinching you or biting you or nipping at you, but you're learning from them, aren't you? So in that sense, the little micro example of this big question, yes, it does do you good because sometimes you need to make a mistake because you do grow from it.
It's whether you put a lot of emphasis on the kill bit. We could say the drama that you're going to come into this afternoon because you didn't do something and you know there's going to be some upset, it's going to make you stronger because you already know what's going to happen. So then you can cut that off and then hopefully move forward. The saying itself, I don't agree with. I think, like I said before, I think it's more of the ego side of it. I missed that one.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Aren't I good?
Aren't I
tough?
But I don't agree with it like you. It's a good topic. They write songs about it. I don't know, maybe Kelly Clarkson, there was a line in there, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And
well, we're living in an age of Facebook wisdom where there's all these positive affirmations that pop up all the time, and there's books full of platitudes about being positive and facing the world, put on a brave face, get out there, you can do whatever you want to do. You are powerful, you are full of unstoppable energy, go and achieve your dreams, knock it over. But this stuff's bloody false bravado. So yeah, they're writing songs about it. Social media feeds on it. I like that social media bloke I came across recently. He says, life is hard, then you die.
Yes, yeah, you said.
And
that was funny.
That's the other extreme, of course. There's a truth in it. Life's hard, man. Bloody put on your big boy boots and get on with it.
Yeah, I agree. We had a big chat in the beginning, which has taken up most of our time, but I think we've got there in the end.
I think we got there in the end, yes. Good topic, this. I enjoyed the discussion with you, Lee. Thank you very much.
Oh, mate, pleasure as always.
My pleasure. I love the fact that we talk and we open up about things. It's really cool.
Well, we're
Thanks,
back
mate.
into it now. It's our second podcast since you came back. We'll do another one and hopefully not stop.
No, we're not going to stop.
No.
Because we like talking into a microphone.
We do. Well, Mully, as always, I'll leave you the last word.
All of you listeners across this wonderful globe of ours via the World Wide Web, we're just thrilled that you tune in to us regularly. So thank you very much. We'd love to hear from you. As Lee said earlier, please give us some fan mail or email, text. But we love the fact that we're connecting with you. And we're looking forward to the day North Korea comes online. That's my goal. I'm really looking forward to that. And then hopefully Kim Jong-un can extend an invitation for us to go out there and do a live podcast. That would be the ultimate of my podcasting experience. In the meantime, we'll take an invitation from any other country, won't we, Lee?
We will.
So God bless you all. We love you heaps, and hang in there and be kind to each other. Like, subscribe and all that sort of thing. And until next time, goodbye from me, Keith.
And cheerio for me, Lee.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Don't Get Me Started with Keith and Lee. Don't forget to rate and review this podcast. To see more of Don't Get Me Started, jump onto our socials, follow us on Instagram at Lethal and Mully, Facebook and LinkedIn. If you would like to be a part of the show, email us on don'tgetmestarted2024@gmail.com. Until next time.